The original plan for Vince McMahon's golden egg was much worse. Survivor Series 2021 took place in Brooklyn, New York. During the lead-up to the show, there were a lot of rumors that WWE was trying to get Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to work the event in order to celebrate the 25th anniversary of his WWF debut. We didn't get The Rock at that event. But in order to help promote Dwayne's film Red Notice, Vince McMahon showed up at the venue with Cleopatra's egg. The golden egg was stolen, and Sami Zayn later revealed to Vince that Austin Theory was the thief. This whole thing was incredibly dumb. The reason I am reminding you about this goofy angle is because Brian Gewirtz had something interesting to say about it during an interview on the Bill Simmons podcast. Gewirtz is a former WWE writer who always worked closely with The Rock and is now part of his team at 7 Bucks Productions. According to Gewirtz, the golden egg angle that aired was actually a replacement for some other idea that was much worse. Here's what he said about it, courtesy of Post Wrestling's transcription. We were doing Red Notice, a product integration in the pay-per-view, and this thing, as far as there was like a magical golden egg that, if you recall, it was a much heavily reviled night of creative. Everybody hated the angle as far as this golden egg that Austin Theory found, and Sami Zayn ratted him out and everything else like that. The original creative for that, won't go into, but just trust me, it was much worse. When I discussed it with Dwayne Johnson, I was like, yeah, that's gotta change, and then I think Vince McMahon and the team came up with this egg thing, which most people watching it were, didn't like it for whatever reason. That's fine. I was told during those vignettes where Sami Zayn kind of stooged off Austin Theory and wanted him to be punished, and then was put in a situation where, whatever the creative was, but that was the turning point as far as Vince going, hey, this Sami is, I always liked him, but I think we should have a look at that egg angle now a little bit differently and perhaps give props to the golden, magical $100 million egg, because listen, talent always rises to the top and Sami is amazing. And would have risen to the top anyway, but I just thought it was funny that, yeah, it was those vignettes where Vince really took notice as far as Sami as a performer. I've watched enough pro wrestling, especially under Vince McMahon's creative direction, to know that talent doesn't always rise to the top. So who knows where Sami would be right now if it wasn't for that stupid egg. What idea do you think WWE had in mind that was actually much worse than the golden egg? Let us know in the comments below, Cagesiders.